If you've visited our fossils gallery, you'll have seen our big tree. A lot of people think it's fake, but it's actually one of the largest fossilized trees in the world, and over 300 million years old. This particular fossil was found in a coal pit in Bradford, so we made a trip to the nearby National Coal Mining Museum to meet miners who have found coal pit fossils in real life and learn more about mining in general.
That were weird that I was finding a fossil of something that was from 350 million years ago. And I'm first person to see that fossil since 350 million years ago. You just can't take it in 350 million years ago. And that was great. And my kids, when they used to do show and tell or whatever they call it at school these days, they used to have the best fossil arrangement. We used to find fossils of fish, fossils of mussels, fossils of, your snail-y type things, tree bits, ferns, whatever. It was just amazing. This machine is my favourite piece of kit here, or machinery here, because I used to work on these from being 16-year-old up to when we got made redundant in 2015. This machine's called a Dosco. It's actually a machine that did the tunnelling underground. There are various styles of machine, but this is my favourite one because it's actually working here. It weighs 24 tonne. It's electric, and it's not rechargeable, it's electric. The actual machine used to come from the factory, built up like this, and it was our job to strip it down on the surface and reassemble it underground, like a Lego, and rebuild it underground.
I talk about the levels of deprivation which children live through in mining communities. And we tell them about being a 19th century miner. So I tell them I was born in 1831. I was 6 when I first went underground in 1837. And the horrible jobs I did, the horrible jobs my siblings did, how I sat in the pitch black opening and shutting a trapdoor, how my big sister pushed the cart of coal weighing half a tonne while my big brother pulled it. How children were injured underground, how they set their hair on fire with stolen candles. We talk about explosions. Basically, I try and horrify them because at some level they've got to empathise. They've got to understand how privileged their lives are compared to the lives of children in mining areas 200 years ago. And I've had teachers come up to me afterwards and say, okay, the 21st century is different, but children at our school are living through that sort of level of deprivation. We were happy to send people underground into conditions the elite, the government, the aristocracy, they knew was unsafe. They knew that with just a candle, the chances were people would blow themselves up, and they were happy to do that. They were happy to send children underground, and it didn't bother them.
So Finn, he's here at the museum to show you that your big breeds were used in the mining industry. There weren't only little breeds used. So big breeds like Finn, you would have mainly seen working on the pit top. They'd have been delivering coal to people's homes on carts, barges. They'd have also been originally winding the horse gin, so they'd been winding the cage in and out of the shaft. Now horses like Finn roughly weigh a tonne, so these guys here are quite heavy, quite big, very lovely personality, nice and chilled. You don't tend to see any horses like Finn with a nasty temperament.
People often think when they come in the library for the first time that this is it, and they'll say, "Is that all you've got?" I'll say, no, the main collection is through this door, which not many people get to look at. So if you would like to follow me in, we've got around about 20,000 items altogether in the library. We have some really old books. The oldest one was published in 1556. This one, for instance, was published in the 17th century, but it's been rebound, so it's very nice. So we cover technology, we cover literature, we cover legislation, just about everything you can think of to do with mining, we've got it. And it's one of the biggest coal mining collections in England.
But I enjoyed every bit of it. Your friends were really good friends, and you looked after each other, and we're still friends to this day. And there's a lot of friends here at the museum, so I'm lucky that I've still got friends from a long time ago.